Alright, so I have a word from the Lord through a dream that the Lord had given me on the 28th of April. And I was supposed to come on here and record this word, and literally the day of that I had that dream, as soon as I woke up, my phone completely blacked out, like nothing. Like it would not work for me. They did not want me to give out this word. Even now, with a couple of the few chapters that the Lord has been allowing me to read here lately of what He wants me to read, and I noticed that they all have been around the same subject of false teachers and their autopsy. First and Second Peter, Jude, Titus, a couple maybe more, but those one I can just think of off my dome at the moment have been around the same topic, and that's literally what this dream is about. The Lord told me that spiritual fathers are falling. Saul to David, Judgement. So in this dream, the dream starts off to where I'm at like this university, like a school, and I see pastors in pastoral robes. And off bat, the Lord was showing me like the school of the Spirit, which is representing like ministry. One of the pastors that I saw, this person wasn't familiar to me, but one of the pastors that I saw had like a purple collar, and like its robes, like its tassels, was like purple. And whenever the Lord shows me purple, that represents the spirit of witchcraft and divination. And the dream kind of changes and shifts a little bit now that I am now entering onto an elevator with a couple other people. And I tell the person who's near the buttons, hey, can you press the 12th floor? That's where I'm going. I'm going to 1299. And they press the button, and other people, press their buttons where they were going to. And the elevator closes after that. The Lord is saying here, 1299 in the, hold on, I got a notepad because I wrote everything down. 1299 in Greek, it means to instruct, to command, and to order. And in Hebrew, it means to flash, to gleam, to shine, and to glitter. The Lord was saying to me to instruct His people what these spiritual fathers are doing, and to bring light to the darkness. Ephesians 5:11 says expose what these people are doing in the dark. So this elevator closes, the door shuts. You know those elevators where you are normal elevators where like it closes and like you can see your reflection? It's not those. It's like the elevators where it's made of glass, so like you can see like on the outside as you're riding on this elevator. The elevator literally falls, like we're accelerating. It's off of like the chain, and we fall and accelerate down to the bottom of the ocean floor. So like we're in the ocean now, on the ocean floor where like the sand is. And I noticed that I'm seeing like all the sea creatures in the ocean, and I remember saying, this is the marine kingdom. So the Lord is saying marine spirits, marine powers, with that part of, which I said like marine kingdom. But I look to the left of me, and you know how like elevators like have vents? So like it's like we're looking through like a vent, but like we can see on this side is like a classroom. So how the dream is now cuts out, the Lord is showing like a classroom through like this elevator, through like a vent. And we're seeing a man at a desk, and it's like an elementary classroom. And this male teacher is at this desk, and he's wearing a purple cardigan. And you remember, go back in the beginning, I said that the Lord said, and how He shows me witchcraft and divination is represented and symbolizing of the color purple. So this man is at this desk, and I'm seeing a little far off to where, if you ever been to an elementary classroom, you see where like they have like the little cubbies, and they have like the little hooks where they could put their book bags on the wall. There's book bags there, and there's a little girl that's on the side of this wall, and she's afraid. And I remember thinking like, why is she so afraid? And I instantly knew, I guess out of the Lord just giving me discernment, and like just giving me a feeling or knowing that she's being touched and she's being raped by this teacher. There was a boy there as well. I wouldn't say he a little boy, but like he may have been like a teenager, compared to this little girl who was like obviously elementary. So he was there, he wasn't afraid, but he was very perverse. He was almost like cool with it. And I vividly remember seeing him being like very perverse with his private part, and he pulls out a bag of chips from his pants, and it was purple. Remember, the Lord showed me purple associated and connected with the divination and witchcraft. Upon waking, I asked the Lord, why? What is the bag of chips? He said, you are what you eat. They are polluting their spiritual sons to do the same, to follow after the same manner as them. Meaning they're feeding them false doctrine, they're feeding them divination, they're feeding them witchcraft of food, fruits. Food represents agreement. They're in agreement. You get what I'm saying. To do the same, to be the same. I had a person with me in the dream in the elevator, and they were like, hey, we need to go in, we need to help this little girl. I was like, you're right, but we need evidence against them. It's gonna be them against our words. We need some kind of evidence of what we're seeing. We're sneaking and seeing this, but we need evidence. This person didn't listen. They went in and they got hit upside the head with a barrel by the little boy. The dream kind of changes to where now I'm like, we gotta help. So I try to go up, try to use the elevator to go back up with the rest of the people in this elevator. And I noticed that now we're in pure darkness and we're hanging by like the black power cord. And I vividly remember seeing a whole bunch of kids, remember referring to the sheep, a whole bunch of kids trying to go up this power cord to get out and to make it out. And the elevator is now a cage. What the Lord is saying here, that they're caging people's spirits with marine powers. This is what these false teachers are doing, and they're using marine powers. So a part that I missed is that I actually witnessed the little girl getting raped by 2 or 3 other men as well, and I missed that part to say that as I saw her in the classroom too as well. The Lord is now changing the dream now to where now I'm seeing like a spiritual father and a spiritual son. And I remember saying, and I'm weeping, and I remember saying, you know your son is doing this, and you're not saying anything. You're tolerating it, and you're not doing anything. And the dream kind of changes to where now I'm seeing a table full of computers, and it's uploading evidence what these spiritual fathers are doing behind closed doors in these classrooms ministry. And it's being uploaded to different platforms, to different websites, to different sites of incriminating evidence being held against them. And I remember saying the evidence has been put out, and I woke up. The Lord is saying they are false teachers and using marine powers. They sleep and rape with women to initiate them. Sex is their altar. Divination and witchcraft are doors to marine powers to be able to manipulate and deceive. They are polluting their sons to do the same. For the last part of the dream where I said the spiritual father and the son, and I was saying, and as I was weeping, I was saying that you know this is happening, you're not doing anything. The Lord is saying they are Eli's, and referring to the chapter of 1 Samuel 2, you have loyalty with them instead of loyalty with the Lord your God, and you're not correcting them, and you know this is happening behind closed doors. You are allowing it. Their spiritual sons are contaminating, and they tolerate it. They stand by it and say nothing. Judgment is on their houses. They have provoked my jealousy. They have made themselves of God with their marine powers. There is evidence against them. Tell my people it is not Satan but me when this all happens and take place, because this will happen. Just as I saw the computers being uploaded to different websites, platforms, the Lord is saying spiritual fathers are falling. Saul to David. Judgment.